Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're gonna do a few things. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna get into this today. So I have most of the parts for this build that we're gonna be doing here. I still have to put in the fuel pump, which is probably a portion I'll do at the end. We're gonna do some 14-inch ape hangers on this here and a belt replacement, and we're gonna do front and rear wheels. So we got 18 by 3.5 and a 21 by 3.5. So, and these are DNA wheels, pretty nice, fat spokes. I kind of organized everything and took my bike off of the lift because it'll be easier to do this on a lift. So we put it on a pallet. I organized all the bolts and everything and got them out of the way. So it's going to sit right here for a little while. I do have rims coming for this, and I already got the tires. But when I do a video on that, I'm going to actually do the tires. I'll put the tires on the rims, and we'll get started on that. I still got a lot of stuff. I got a powder coat on this. I got to do the suspension stuff, a bunch of other little miscellaneous odds and ends. So I'm not in a big rush for that. I do want to get this bike done because this is going to be fun, and I have most of the stuff to do it. Everything should be here by the middle of the week for the cables and the gasket that I need to do the belt on this, because the outer and inner primary has to come off, and then I also have to take off the pivot shaft so that we can pull the belt out. It's okay because a lot of this stuff is kind of going to overlap. I have to take a lot of this stuff off anyways to do the tires, but it's just going to be a neat transition from the way this looks stock to customized, and it's a real easy way to change the look of your bike. You can just throw some wheels and bars on it, and it's pretty much a different bike. That's what we're doing now. I think what I'm going to start on right now is probably going to be the front wheel, because that'll be the easiest thing to do. I have to take all of this stuff off. The fender has to come off. I can put the new front wheel in with the new rotors. I believe he's got new rotors in a box over here somewhere. I gotta dig those out. We'll get this taken apart again so that I can get these old handlebars off. That may be where I stop the video today. It's gonna be a lot of work, but let's get into it. Let's get started. So these are little teeny tiny Allens, and I'm going to use as grip edge sockets. These things will take off stuff that is completely rounded. These things are awesome. Sell a lot of these. I'm going to take these off with that because these little tiny Allens, you just look at them sideways and they strip out. It's not a big deal because we're not going back on with these. If you can't get them off to begin with, that's kind of a pain in the butt. And there's going to be probably 4 or 5 more underneath this cover for this cover. And then I got to do it all over again on the other side. All right, let me get this other side done. I got to loosen this. It's what holds the axle in. If I loosen that before I loosen the axle, I won't never get it out. The lights don't even work in here. The lights are like busted. Loosen this up. this off. Okay, now this can come off. Hopefully. Come on. There we go. Now, just gotta do the other side. I got one more up here. I can take this axle out of here. And then take these bolts out of the inside there and pull this fender off. Take the headlight apart too. In order to take the fender off, this has to come out anyways because we're going to do a new headlight. So this isn't a big deal, but also it has to come off to do the handlebars. It's just, like I said, a lot of this stuff is overlap. You got to do a lot of this stuff, take things off to take things off. So it's the way it is with compact vehicles. Here you are. This is the fender tip light. I gotta get some cutters. Disconnect the harness that went to those lights on the side because we're not using those anymore. Front fenders unplugged. These are 7/16. Drop. That's alright. I'll get it when the wheel comes out. Come on. Alright. Now it's loose. Come on, fender. Come out of there. Oof. There we go. Fender out. I'm not going to put one on the front of ours because I like the way it looks without a fender. Just can't ride it in the rain because then the rain is going to whip up and hit you in the face. Next, before I put this on, these have actual needle bearing wheel bearings. I'm going to have to pack them with grease and then put the seals on before I can put them in there, which is not a big deal. It's going to take a few minutes. I'll do one at a time so that they don't fly out. And let me lean it against my tires here. You put these wheel bearings in here, put this top on, push down, and grease forces its way through the bearing. Basically how you pack these. Any wheel bearing that's a needle bearing in a cage, that's how you pack them. This little tool. It's just super messy. There's no way to not get messy. If you're wearing gloves, it helps, but still. Tap these in. There we go. That's on. Take the bearing, put it in the tool, and squish. Actually, step on it. It's not going to hurt this. And this is the way it comes through it. You just take all of this and basically pack it all the way around because it's gone through the whole thing already. And that's it. The bearing is packed. You take the seal, and this just pushes in by hand. These are the spacer for that fender. It's going to raise it up about an inch so that it doesn't contact the tire when we put the new rim on, because it's a little bit bigger than normal. Need to put some Loctite on these. Alright, I'm going to put some Loctite on these fasteners that go to the brake rotor bolts, because they are critical fasteners. Just a little drop on each one. Don't really need to dip them in Loctite, but does need to have something on there because these bikes vibrate so much. I don't want these coming out. Let me do a couple of these. Stucky. Spin it around and we'll do the other side. That's it. Put some Loctite on these guys. There we go. Actually, I think I have to raise this up a little bit more. Spacers in. Let's try to clean them off a little bit. Got one in. Next, gonna lift this wheel up and put the axle through. Come on. Come on. There we go. I need rubber mallet. There we go. Ooh. I need to find a lock washer and a regular washer for this because it doesn't have one, and those need some. Okay, let me tighten up this axle. That's it. Looks good. Now I gotta do the axle pinch cap. Alright, that's done. Next, I'll probably throw the fender on. That's the part that always makes me nervous, but that's the way it is. Next, we will put some Loctite on these ones. I use the button head ones because they look nicer than the big square ones, I think. So we'll put some Loctite on these guys, throw them in. Okay. I don't think these are long enough. That sucks. No, they're not long enough. It catches like one thread. Let's see if I can find some. You're not really going to see these as much, so it's not going to be too bad, but that's a quarter, and then this is going to be a half. Okay, there we go. These sockets work so good, it's hard to get them back out. Ah, yeah. There. Alright, those done. Okay. Alright, front wheel is done. It's really good. I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bars real quick. I'm not gonna run any cables through them or anything, but we're gonna get them bolted on just so that we can see what this bike is gonna look like, because it's getting close and it looks pretty good. I had this problem last time. I'm gonna have to loosen these up. Alright, so I guess the camera overheated and we had to take a break for a minute, but I did get some stuff loose and off. We're taking these cables loose, so I gotta misadjust them, and I gotta do the same with the clutch so that they can come off, and I can take these master cylinder and then the clutch perch off, and we can place the new bars on here and see what it's gonna look like. I'm pretty excited. I think it's gonna look really good. That front wheel already looks good, and we're not even done yet, so I think it's gonna be a nice looking bike after I'm finished with it. These, I'll keep them. I might use something off of them later on, but the end caps are broken, so let's go ahead and finish with the other side. Let's go ahead and take these off. Now this can come off. I'm gonna put those on. Let me get these bars ready. Whew, man, let's get these things good. All right, these are the bars. I'm gonna have to extend all that wiring and pull them through these little holes. We're not doing that today. We're just setting the bars on there to see what they're gonna look like. All right, set these here. I'm gonna go ahead and put on one of these clamps that I have, because this really needs a one-piece clamp. All right, we're gonna kick these forward about right there and give it a little attitude. Get it pulled in. Come on, baby. Get down there. Have to loosen these up and then smack this top clamp with a rubber mallet because it is binding on the bolt. There we go. Whew. No, it's not. It's just, it's got a burr inside of this top piece, and the bolt going through it is like it's threading itself in. So it's just fighting me a little bit, but it's not stripped. Whew, man, that looks good. That looks really good. Looks good from right here. All right, guys, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna come back again tomorrow and try to get some more headway done on this thing. Been out here a few hours already and I'm sweating. I'm ready to go inside and relax. Tomorrow, I believe when I come out here, I'm probably gonna tear into this primary because that's the next biggest thing. I don't have the cables yet for this, but they're on here. So when the cables come in, I can do the cables, do the wiring. This is gonna take a lot of time right here. I gotta zip this whole primary off. There's a pivot shaft block right here that has to come off. The pivot shaft has to back out, and then I can pull the belt out, put the new one in. It's quite a bit of work, but it's nothing I haven't done before a bunch of times. It's not really that big of a deal. I just wanted to get the big things done. Like this wheel, I wanted to do that and get it to where I can go ahead and strap the front end down when I do this back end. With all of that stuff in the way, I couldn't really strap the front wheel down and everything, but now I can, and I won't have to worry about it like trying to fall on me or anything. that's it for tonight. And then tomorrow, come back, try to knock a little bit more out. All right, guys, come back tomorrow and I'll see you tomorrow.
The next day.
Okay, it's day 2. Kind of slept in a little bit, so it's a little bit late in the afternoon. I'm going to try to get the belt done today at least, and the rear tire put on. I don't have cables yet, can't really finish the bike. I'm going to get started. I'm going to take the exhaust off, well, at least the mufflers. I got to take off floorboard, then start disassembling all of this stuff. I'm going to pull the rear wheel out as well, so I'm going to have to reposition the jack. Let's get started. Go ahead and pull this brake caliper off. I think I need a longer extension. I'm going to go ahead and move this jack. I got to place it back here so that I can lift the back end up, and I'm going to have to strap the front end back down. Once I lift this up, those straps are get tight. Take these off, then pry these little covers off. Next bolt is on the bottom. I gotta go on the other side to get to it. That side's gonna fall off. That's it. Take the cap off of this side. And that's the bolt I gotta loosen. That is the pivot shaft bolt. It will just spin if I just put a wrench on this side and turn it. It's just going to spin. It has to be held from both sides and turned. And sometimes the side you don't want to come off comes off. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and take this wheel off. Next, I'm going to get a hammer and a punch. Wheels free, kind of get a little lubrication on that rubber so that I can slide this out of the way. There we go. One spacer. Stuff out of the way so I can take my panel out. Oh man, it let loose and I was pulling too hard. Well, that doesn't work out like I thought. There's a lot more stuff underneath it, so I'm just gonna have to lift this whole thing up. All right, get it out. Okay, I'm gonna be powder coating this for Chris before I put it back on. So I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit just so that I can coat it. It's not a big deal. And I don't think I'm gonna be coating it in this video. I think I'll probably end up just doing it. It takes me a little bit of time to do these and get it all prepped up and ready. But right now, gotta work on getting that belt out and replaced. All right, got that one. These things usually have a little pin or a slot so you can locate the pin or slot that's on the rubber bushing, because they're not completely in the middle. It's got an offset so you can change how the rear end is adjusted, and there's actually a tool to adjust it if it needs adjusting. Most of the time they don't. You just locate them and throw them in and they're fine, but there is cases where it does need adjusting. I might have to take the other side off too to be able to slide this back, because once the belt is loose, I might actually have to take this whole swing arm back off. I don't think I'm going to have enough room to slide it past. This is the tightest spot right here, and I don't think these teeth are going to fit through there. It's not a big deal. It's just another extra step. Oh, man. I'm going to have to pull the entire exhaust off in order to do that, because I don't think I'll be able to slide it out. This pivot shaft has a shoulder on each side of this rubber bushing, so you can't just push it through. So in order to get to the bolt that I need to get to on this side, I have to remove the exhaust, which means I have to remove this. It's okay, it's just a little more work than I was thinking. I need to undo these heat shields. That one. Just gonna go ahead and take this heat shield, and that heat shield off. It'll make it easier. And that has to come off. Go. Next, I gotta do the bolt that holds on the bracket for the lower piece, and then I can do my exhaust studs. Pretty sure I have to take this off too. Need my mallet. There we go. Okay. Got the exhaust off. I need to take this little tiny clamp off before I take that whole assembly off. Now I can take this off, and then I'm gonna have to zip these bolts off, and then I can pull the swing arm out, and then once that primary is off, I'll do the old switcheroo with the belt and go back together. I can can smack the other side, and this side should start sliding out. Oh, okay. Let's see. These are different than the newer style, and I forgot. The newer style has a shoulder on both sides, so you can't pull it out. This one actually can come out and slide back. I thought this whole thing was going to slide out, but it didn't. So what I might do is just go ahead and take this belt guard off of the bottom here, and then I'll have a little bit more room, and I might be able to use a little bit of lubrication to slide the belt in and out. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, then I'm only 2 bolts away and pulling this pivot shaft from getting all the room I need. We'll give it a shot. Only thing you could do is try. Now I need something to drain all this oil into, because it's going to be a lot. Like this. I'll put something under it right here. There we go. Like a little funnel or something out of tape. Go ahead and open up one of these so that the oil will start flowing a little faster. Go ahead and do this one too. The chain tensioner, I'm going to loosen that because I'm going to have to take all of that stuff off here in a minute. Next, we're going to be misadjusting this clutch hub so that I can get clutch hub assembly piece out. Then we'll take the cover off and then continue disassembling. Dang it, I'm going to have to take this off too. Not a big deal, but it's okay. Alright, taken care of. Now I need to get my pliers. Here we go. I think that's probably good enough on the drain. It's gonna leak little bits here and there when I take the cover off anyways, so I'll never get it all the way out. Try to push it over here, so maybe it'll catch some of that stuff. Next, I'm going to take this cover off. Okay. Just let that drip a little bit. And I'm going to clean up a little bit of it on this side. Trash, because I'm gonna have to take this jack shaft loose, and I don't want it to accidentally think I'm trying to start it. I'm gonna put this right here, and there we go. That one's done. I'm just gonna get that loose. Pull that out afterwards. I have to take the 2 bolts off of the starter so that once I get all the bolts off of the inside, I can pull this whole thing off. I'm also going to have to take this loose because it goes through here. So I have to pull this shaft out. I'm going to go ahead and take care of those things before I get all the way down and try pulling on it and forget that I didn't do those. That's done. Now I need to get the clutch and the compensator off. Now this can all come off. No. Let me set this over somewhere else. Ugh. Now, just gotta take this off, and we might have enough room to squeeze this belt through here and then back in through there. Okay, let's see. That's not working the way I want it to. Just be easier than fighting it if I just go ahead and pull this whole swing arm off. It's a few more extra steps, but I think it's worth it. I need to undo a clip, plastic clip that's on this brake line here. Otherwise, we'll be ripping this brake line off trying to get this out. Another thing I'm going to have to do is support the rear of this transmission so that it doesn't just fall down when I pull this pivot shaft out. Okay, take this swing arm off. Now, this is loose. Now, go ahead, place this new one in there. Now, just have to slide that back in. Get this in there to hold it up a little bit. There, that's in there. Now I can slide this pivot shaft back in. Let's see what's going on this side. It's not lining up. I need to get a flashlight to see where it is. Okay. Yeah, you're probably gonna need to, because I need to get it lined up. Okay, go ahead. Keep going until it stops. Okay, that's it. Next, torque that down, but I gotta find what the torque is on it because I don't remember. Fancy little book. They used to give these out when I went to school. I have a few of them. The torques are pretty much the same. I'm going with the oldest one because it'll be closer to the torque value of that. So I just gotta find the section and then find pivot shaft, which is going to be under P. Pivot shaft, 40 to 45 foot-pounds. Okay. Torqued. Now, put those back on, take this off, and the belt is in. There we go, brand new belt. Now, go ahead and take this off and put the new one on. Go ahead and put this on too. There it is. Go ahead and wipe this frame clean. That way, if there's any leaks, you'll be able to tell. You leave it dirty and you have a leak, then you're not going to be able to tell if it's old or if it's something new that just happened because of you. So it's always good to wipe this stuff off and then get a baseline, because things happen sometimes. Things new out of the box. Sometimes I'd had new gaskets and seals from Harley have a nick in them and you can't tell until they heat up. So it's just what happens sometimes, but I think we'll be okay this time. I just like cleaning this stuff up while I'm here already. Alright, let's go ahead and get the inner primary and put it back on. Put this guy in here. Make sure these are tight. Those are just locking tabs that keep the bolt from loosening up and turning out. That'll hold them in place. Next thing we're gonna do is put this back in here. First, we'll do that real quick. Go ahead and tighten that up. Okay, that's on. And now these guys are gonna get some red Loctite. We're just going to leave it loose for right now until these two are tightened up. Now there is a torque for both of these. I believe it's 80 foot-pounds on this and 120, 130 on this one. But you also need a special tool that'll go in here and then go in here. I don't have those. I have been doing it like this for years without any issues, so I think it'll be fine. There. Right. Now I can go ahead and put this back in. I'm gonna leave it misadjusted because we're gonna be doing a clutch cable as part of these bars, and I'm gonna need to readjust it. Also gonna have to take off that transmission side cover in order to do that. So I'm gonna leave the exhaust off. With these clips, you never wanna have them sit inside of these cutouts, because then one side will kick out and the other side will stay in, and that'll affect the way your clutch adjustment is. It's always good, just pay attention on that. Take your time. Being flat rate for 20 years, I have a tendency to just rush through things, but some important stuff like this, you got to kind of slow down and just pay attention. All right, now I'm going to put the cover on. I'm going to grab the gasket here. And I'm going to clean off the other one, and we'll throw it on. Go. Now, these don't need Loctite, but they do have a torque of about 120 inch-pounds, which I think is like 10-ish foot-pounds. But I do have an inch-pounds torque wrench, and I will torque them down. I'm just going to get them run in and close before that. Now I'll grab my torque wrench, and this one is already pretty much where I need it. That's done. I'm gonna put on, get rid of this, and also go ahead and put fluid in here. Oh, it looks good. Okay. Now I can put this one back on. This one can save for a little while later, because we are going to do this with the clutch cable. Okay, that part's all done. I think that's where we're gonna stop for right now, because I still have to powder coat the pulley before I could put the wheel on. We did get a lot done on this video. It is going to be a two-parter, unfortunately, but that's okay. Got the belt put in, which is a big job in itself, and got the front wheel swapped out, and I got the handlebars started. When the rest of the parts come in, I should have this rear wheel ready to install, and then we'll go ahead and do the cables and the wiring, and then I'm going to finish it off with the pump. Go ahead and yank the pump out of there and replace it, and then we can fire it up and take it for a spin, make sure everything's okay. But so far everything's going pretty good, so I don't see any problems happening. Everything's going pretty decent and it's looking good. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry it wasn't start to finish, but sometimes things like that happen. I just I don't know if I could stay out here all day long. I still got to go to work tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and share. Trying to grow the channel, so every little bit helps. I did get to 50 subscribers, so I can live stream now, and I think I will do that coming up soon. I think I'm going to use the live streams for just talking about what's going on in between the videos. I'll see you guys next time.